Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mike, the Colorado Lawn Guy. Today what we're going to do is we are going to start our renovation here at the park. And to get everything kicked off, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the plan. We're going to talk about what I'm going to do today and what I hope to accomplish over the next several weeks. The first thing that we're going to talk a little bit about is the area, and the area in which I have chosen to kind of do. And so I'm going to step out of the way here for a moment. And if you can kind of take a look down at the park, you're going to notice some flags. And so if you notice the flag areas here and here, there's going to be one over there. And then as I kind of pan over this way, you're going to see one down in the corner right by that dead tree and by my Honda mower. And so this particular area is roughly about 3,200 square feet. And this is the area that we're going to be using as the test area. One of the first things that we're going to do today is we are going to mow this entire area with that Honda mower. And the reason why I'm choosing to do my Honda mower from home is because I want to use as much equipment and things that the average homeowner has or can purchase relatively inexpensively from their local hardware store to show that even you can have a nice lush green lawn with the things that you have today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to mow with my Honda mower. We're going to take it down to about 1 inch. It's going to look horrible when I'm done. It's going to look very brown and dingy, especially in some of the spots that look green today. But it's okay. This is part of the process, part of the plan, and everything will look a heck of a lot better when we are finished. So I'm going to bag everything up today. And so we're going to mow it down to 1 inch. I'm going to bag everything up. I'm probably going to make 2 or 3 passes to make sure I get as much of it as possible. All right. And then part of the second part of this that we're going to do really soon is I'm going to bring in my Greenworks dethatching or my Greenworks dethatcher. Again, it's just an electric dethatcher you can get online for very inexpensive, for $149, $150. And we are going to rake the heck out of this. We're going to try to get up as much of that dead matter as we possibly can to expose as much of the soil as we can. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take you on another quick little tour. I'm going to show you a few things and why we're going to do it. And then that way you can better understand some of the problems in the lawn and how we're going to start addressing them. So stick around and stay tuned. Okay, everybody. So we're going to take a look at some of the really bad spots. I'm going to kind of show you what we're dealing with and what we're going to do to kind of take care of that. So for the most part, as you all can tell, this is just one of many of the really, really bad spots here, but I'm going to kind of zoom in and I'm going to show you a little bit about what we're dealing with. So as you can tell and see, you know, we do have some nice green grass in here. But one of the other things you can also tell in here is that we have a lot, I mean a lot of dead matter in here. If I kind of come in here and I take a nice, decent little handful of a lot of this stuff up, I am just going to show you just all this absolute yuck and dead matter. All this gross dead matter in here. But one of the things you will notice as I begin to kind of pull some of this up is we have living plants. All right, so there is good grass in here. Again, as you kind of take a look at some of this area, there is stuff growing in here. And if we kind of pull some of this out a little bit more, and I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but look, hey, look at that little guy down buried in there. Look at that one. And that little guy buried down in there too. So there is live grass in here. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to revive this. And so, again, we're going to take the Honda mower and we're going to mow this down. And then we're going to rake it out and try to get down to the good soil. All right. And so that's going to be number 1 today. We're going to try to get that done before any of the clouds continue to roll through. We're supposed to get some more thunderstorms today, but that's okay. So we're going to mow, and then we're going to try to get in and try to get it raked up. What we're going to do is I'm going to give some time lapse of that and show you a little bit of the process. So here we go. All right, so there you go. That is the first pass that I made, trying to knock a lot of this down and clean things up a little bit. I'm definitely going to have to go back over it again. One of the things I want to just show you just in the passes that I did make, and you know, it was pretty tough on the mowers, bogging down a lot. But this was just the first layer of matter that I was working on, and you know, as you can tell, yeah, there's some green in here, but you know, a lot of this long dead stuff. And again, this is what happens when you have landscape companies come in with their big rigs. They mow every week or 2 weeks or whatever their schedules are, and they, you know, they cut, you know, 4 inches off the grass, and then it sticks around and it never decomposes. And so this has been built up over, you know, all summer long so far, and this is just you know, hey, that is what it is. So we'll take a look at a couple of areas. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go back over it again. There's a lot of stuff still, you know, lying around, and not a big deal. I'm gonna clean it up and go back over it again. But one of the things I wanted to kind of show you is, you know, the height difference. Obviously, you see it's 3 or 4 inches shorter. But again, just mowing it isn't going to take care of a lot of this dead stuff, things along this line here, right? And so again, that's why we're going to have to come through, and we're really going to have to work and rake this stuff out. That's gonna definitely take me quite a long time to get through a lot of this dead matter and this thatch layer. But you know, again, as I fluff this, you know, we tend to start seeing some grass poking through. And you know, once we get this stuff exposed, we're really going to be able to take off in this area. So I'm going to go back over it again, and then we're going to show you the ending look of the lawn, and we'll get back with you. So here we go. And just like that, round 2 is completed. So a lot less junk, a lot less stuff left in there, and like I said, it's gonna pick up better when I do it round 2. So I'm having to cut through so much stuff and try to bag it. What I did do, just to kind of give you guys a visual, that was the first pile, and second. So that is a lot of material, a lot of material coming out of there. And as you can see, brown, gross, yuck, and ugly. But as I said, it's part of the process. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do one more final cleanup pass in here. Like I said, for the most part, pretty good. You know, still some stuff left in here, but again, so much better than it was earlier. And then I am going to get out the dethatcher and go again. Now, when you're doing yours, the first couple times, if you don't pick up everything, that's okay. I'm going to end up having to mow this 2 more times, 3 more times when I come through and do the dethatch on all the areas like this. Like I said, I'm going to do it everywhere, but I'm going to have to mow this a few more times. So I'm going to continually pick all this stuff up. And so we're going to go back through it one more time, clean everything up, and then I'll kind of give you my final thoughts on this first part of the project. So here we go. are done with round 3. And as you all can see, looks pretty horrible, doesn't it? But one of the things I want to kind of show you a little bit is if you look back a little bit at the video, you remember seeing some of the big, deep, thick patches of the garbage. And one of the things you don't really see a lot of in here now is those same patches. And that's because, again, I took this down as low as I could possibly do. So one of the things to notice here is those first 2 patches were done on the mower at this position here. And so this last pass, I took it back all the way down. And again, like I said, I wanted to get deep down in here and try to get as much as I could out of there before I run the rake through it. So let's go take a look at the amount of stuff I took out on the 3rd one. So again, 1, 2, and now 3. So you notice that this pile is bigger. And again, that's because I was getting down to that bottom thatch layer of all that dead grass. Again, that looks a lot like this stuff here. That's right next to all this stuff. But I was really getting down into this level to try to rake it out. Now, I'm going to tell you something a little about this lawn. Last year, during this same time frame, I did a video out here, and I never published it, but I did a video out here, and I did a couple little test plots out here where I mowed it down, cleaned it up, fertilized it, and did that over just about a month's time. Again, it was basically through the August time frame. Now, if you step back and take a look, can you tell maybe where I had done that before? Kind of tell here. See all that kind of nice stuff here hiding? Can you kind of tell where the in between where I had left the 2? And kind of here, right here, where I had done this part. So not to be a spoiler, but I have done a test out here last year doing this exact same thing. And so I don't spoil and ruin the fun, I'm not going to show too much of the pictures of that. But again, as you notice, it looked horrible. And again, this is okay because this is going to come back. All right, this is going to thrive and it's going to look awesome. And I give it up just about 30 days, maybe into the 45-day mark before this looks really nice. So again, I'm going to go back through one more time. I am going to do a final cleanup pass just to clean everything up. And then we'll come back at you. Here we go.